Okay, here we go. Hello, how are you? My name is Matthew. You are in the moment. Sorry about that. Started the show, thought someone was at the door, not realizing that Kai was already in here. So I just wanted to get the show going without a bunch of commotion at the door. So uh, I just, there's some things that I want to share, and people who have been following me for a while knows this is just therapy for me. everyone, everyone has the technology. Most people have a device where you can turn on your phone, go live just like me, and share what's going on in your life just as easily as I do with you. What I've been doing since March of 2017. So I appreciate the live views, and if you're watching this at your leisure, I appreciate that as well. So just a few things in here that I want to discuss. The CBC News is just finishing up. Wanted to jump in here before Game 5 between the Florida Panthers and the Toronto Maple Leafs. That series is tied at 2 apiece. Game 5, I believe, is in Toronto this evening. Later on tonight, Edmonton looking to move on to the Western Final if they can close out their game in Vegas against the Golden Knights. That's a 10:30 game. So enough about the hockey. Listen, I was out today. I just want to tell you about my work schedule, how that's going to change, and feel free to scroll through this live show at any time. So I just want to lay out a few things. You saw some posts, some pictures that I put up here within the last couple of hours. This was my last Wednesday off. My days of week working are going to change, and I'll talk about that in a couple of moments. So this was my last Wednesday, my last weekend off in the middle of the week. So I went into the city, and you'll see some of the pictures that I took on the way home. And I just want to say it's been just over a week. It was last Tuesday when Jen and I witnessed this drowning that happened in the harbor. And I just want to say I want to thank everyone who in private messages reached out to me and Jen just to see how we're doing. It is something that I wouldn't want anyone to ever witness. Just seeing someone's life be extinguished right in front of your eyes. Like I said, that was last Tuesday. I was really surprised to learn later that day that this particular individual did survive. I do not know. I don't know the latest condition of this middle-aged male that went into the harbor last Tuesday afternoon. Last I heard, he was in serious, life-threatening condition. I do not know where this gentleman was taken. I'm sure if I did a refresh of the story, CTV, I know covered the story, I might be able to get some answers there. But again, just something that was very traumatic to witness, and I just want to say a thank you to everyone that reached out in private messages to me and Jen, just to see how we're doing, just day by day. So I found myself down in that area again today. Just a beautiful day here in Halifax. The weather tomorrow seems like it's going to be the nicest day of the week, mid-20s. So if you have the opportunity, make sure you get out tomorrow, enjoy the sunshine, because clouds and much cooler temperatures are in the forecast for later in the week and through the weekend. If you're just tuning in, this is Matthew. You are in the moment for this 14th day of May. So listen, there's always activity going on around encampments, and the encampment, one of the 5 designated encampments that I see most often, that I see on an almost daily basis, is the one just up the road from here. It's the one at the Barrington Street encampment, and most of the structures are right there at the bus stop. Now, what I did notice today, I went into the city on the bus, and what I did notice that one of the earliest structures that was there was one of the larger tent structures that was there up by the bus stop where most of them are. That was gone. So from the bus, you could see that this big orange fluorescent structure was gone. There was a city truck, I believe. There was a contractor's truck there picking up garbage. There was compliance officers there. So always an active scene there, and that's where people will go because there is an electrical box there. So I go into the city, I walk home, and the reason I wanted to walk home, I wanted to see with my own eyes exactly what is happening along the green space. So you have Barrington, you have the pedestrian and the cyclist path, and then down over the hill, they did some clearing out back in February, opened it up a bit more so that the unhoused would have a place to go. Now again, there's no porta potty down in that area, there's no electricity down in that area. But Monday on my way to work, what I did see with my own eyes were two contractors coming up out of the green space down where they just put in those brand new steel stairs, which is for the purpose so individuals have safe passage down this hill so that they can go set up their tent. But what I don't understand, now this area is down off the way. It's not impeding anyone's foot traffic on your bicycle, on your skateboard, your scooter. They are down in the bush. So I was kind of surprised to see that on Monday afternoon, two contractors were coming up out of the bush with one of the fluorescent orange tents that had been there for a while. Now, was there activity there? Was there someone coming and going from that tent? I don't know. But again, this is a designated area for those to set up their tent. So I was a little surprised to see two contractors come up out of the bush, throw that brand new tent, for all intents and purposes, there was no holes in it, to throw that on the back of the truck and then drive away. So I was a little confused. If you're going to designate an area for people to go set up their tent, no contractor should be going out of their way down into an area and making their own determination whether or not this home should be discarded or just left alone. So what I did today is I went down the stairs, and that's where these pictures come from. I walked from the stairs all the way down to that first parking lot, and I can tell you as of today, there's no visible signs of anyone living in any of the structures down there. Now you can see by the pictures, it's quite a mess. You can see where people have literally taken branches and leaned them up against the wall, thrown a comforter, thrown a tarp or the remnants of a tent over it just to get protection from some of the weather that's rolled through here. That's what I was taking pictures of. So the Barrington Street encampment, from what I saw today, and the pictures are up on my own Facebook page, there doesn't seem to be anyone currently living down in those areas. There are probably 2 or 3 tents that are there. But it certainly doesn't look like anyone has lived in there for a while, and if they have, it's just extremely deplorable conditions. So I'm going to continue to document those stories, and I'm going to change my schedule up at work. For almost a year, my weekends have either been a Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday. I have yet to have a real weekend off, a Saturday, Sunday, but that's all going to change next week. After nearly 1 year of doing floor patrol at the art gallery, I'm going to be moving to a new position, so my hours are going to be from 3 in the afternoon till 11 at night at the security desk, Monday to Friday. So I'm going to have all mornings. I don't have to be to work until 2:30 in the afternoon, so do be expecting a lot of live streaming in the moment from different points in the HRM before I go to work. And I actually have some posters that I put up that I'm going to be putting up. It's simply an invitation to the unhoused that I am a local independent documentarian, and I'm looking for folks who want to share their stories of survival. They have a couple of options. They can do it right here on a live show in the moment, or we can go the radio where we can do some editing but get that up on the radio as well. So just a couple of things you'll be seeing, whether you like it or not, because there's no lighting, there's no makeup. It's in the moment, but do expect to see more of me out in the HRM at different encampments, and hopefully introducing myself to the individuals that are at these encampments, and you have to pick your moments and just be able to read people, because there's a lot of different energies on the streets. I was coming home from work on Monday night on my scooter on Barrington, where all the new construction is. No word of a lie, there was a gentleman probably in his early 70s and just on the sidewalk, confused. I see a lot of elderly individuals on the streets outside of eating establishments with their cups, looking for change, looking for someone to buy them something so that they can take that food home with them. Yes, that is the world that we are living in, and I'm going to cover it all this summer. I guarantee you that. Before I forget, I know I'm halfway through this, but just a couple of people I want to mention. Kathy Campbell, Jim Dumville, thinking of you both. Kathy, I think of you often. So I just wanted to put that out there before I forgot. And I've said this before. I've been doing this live streaming for a while in the last, since August of 2022, dedicating a lot of the live streaming to bringing the attention, front burner, top of mind awareness, the unhoused crisis that we have here. I'll take it one step further. If you want to know even more, if you want to know the dire needs of Nova Scotians, I will simply direct you to the Facebook page, Helping End Homelessness in Nova Scotia. Felicia LeBlanc and the team there, I just can't imagine the hours and the work that they put into that, helping individuals. So, like I said, if you really want to know, if you want to try and get a grasp of what's happening, it doesn't just stop in the wintertime. This is a 24/7, 365 crisis. And like I said, if you want to get a handle, if you want to help, I would direct you to the Facebook page, Helping End Homelessness in Nova Scotia. I just want to show you this here. I'm just going to step up camera for a moment. This is something that I encourage everyone to do. I have been journaling for decades. I could go back to sometime in the early 90s, whether it's on tape, it's on video. I've been documenting my whole life. And what I've been doing lately, when I leave the house in the morning, I just turn on my notes, I dictate the date and the time, and I just make notes throughout the day, because you just never know when those notes will come in handy. And I can tell you that I just have a ton of, I don't know why I'm showing this. This is pages and pages and pages, years worth of just phone notes. I don't know why I'm telling you that. Listen, I'm just in here for just a few moments. Like I said, I just wanted to bring you up to speed with what I'm seeing. I know that the encampments, they're starting to fill up. The weather is nice. People don't want to be inside shelters. And you can, as far as, I'm just going to put this out there, I don't know if it's a fact, but every summer there seems to be a brand of tent that is given out to those who have to be outside. And it was one of those tents, they're tiny, maybe a 2-man tent, but they're fluorescent orange, Flyboy, something along those lines. But I believe that those tents that are all the same brand are clearly being given out to those that they don't have 4 walls. So there's going to be another summer of individuals. There was an individual who was in a tent down at Peace and Friendship Park, down by the Via Rail area. That was down there maybe on Monday. He's gone now. Whoever it was, the tent is gone. So they get into a place, and for the most part, they're just right out in the open. Like, no one's really trying to hide. You can't hide anymore. It's just, so do you go off somewhere and try and be safe and hope that there's not someone out there that, is purposely going out of their way to threaten you or harm you? Because those people walk the streets as well. Don't kid yourself. People like that are walking the streets here. So anyway, I just wanted to bring you up to speed. I said I wanted to do a show. I'm just kind of going through this phase where once I get back in front of the camera, once I start doing my shows, it's like this contagion where I'm like, okay, I feel good about this. I got to keep doing this. Una, it's nice to see you in here. I hope you're well. Beautiful night here. I'm looking out the window. I can see the harbor. I can see the McDonald Bridge. Just a beautiful spring night here. Looking forward to Game 5 with the Maple Leafs, looking to go up into that series. And maybe Edmonton will close out that series this evening in Vegas with a chance to move on to play possibly Dallas or Winnipeg. Dallas leading that series 3-1. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. In closing, helping end homelessness in Nova Scotia, a great Facebook page to go to if you really want to get an idea of what's happening here in this province, because it just echoes through every province, through the Atlantic provinces, right across the country, right across the world. Okay, enjoy your hockey, be safe. My name is Matthew, and you are currently caught up in the